Good morning, everyone present here.
Good
It
morning.
gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to this webinar on sustainable waste management, embracing circular economy and extended producer responsibility, hosted by AABN. This is the 204th weekly webinar organized by AABN. I take this opportunity to express my deep appreciation to you all for honoring us by being here. It is gratifying to note that the agenda of today's webinar covers a wide range of future relevant topics, and we have in our midst a distinguished speaker to share our experience in specific areas of specialty. I extend a very warm welcome to Dr. Vidhya Lakshmi for coming here and willing to impart her expertise to our community. Welcome to you all for responding to our call and being here. The shift towards a circular economy has become imperative due to the increasing global waste crisis and the limitations of the traditional linear economy model. Sustainable waste management lies at the core of the circular economy, emphasizing waste reduction, resource efficiency, and the continual reuse of materials. In this session today, Dr. Vidhya Lakshmi, Director Technical, Blue Leaf Sustainable Solutions, will explore the challenges and opportunities presented by sustainable waste management in the transition to a circular economy. Key challenges include infrastructure gaps, consumer behavior, inadequate policy frameworks, and the economic viability of circular practices. On the other hand, opportunities for innovation such as advanced recycling technologies, circular business models, and job creation are emerging. Circular approaches to waste management such as recycling, product life cycle extension, and resource recovery significant potential for addressing environmental degradation, mitigating climate change, and fostering economic growth. Successful countries have demonstrated how effective circular economy strategies can lead to significant reductions in waste generation and resource use. However, for circular economy to reach its full potential, collaboration between governments, businesses, and consumers is essential. This webinar highlights the need for systemic changes and innovative solutions to build a sustainable, waste-free future. I have the pleasant duty of welcoming and introducing our eminent guest speaker, Dr. Vidhya Lakshmi, Director Technical, Blue Leaf Sustainable Solutions, to this interactive business networking session. Dr. Vidhya Lakshmi is an accomplished environmental engineer with 15 years of experience, specializing in environmental management, regulatory compliance, and sustainability initiatives. With a strong technical background, she has successfully designed and implemented environmental protection measures, conducted impact assessments, and led projects aimed at reducing environmental footprints. Her expertise spans air and water quality analysis, hazardous waste management, flood assessment, and stormwater drain design, ensuring compliance with environmental regulations across industries. She holds a PhD in environmental engineering and an ME in environmental management, gold medals both from AC Tech Anna University campus. A strong advocate for continuous learning, she has completed several online courses on CSR, climate change, and sustainable development from leading institutions. Currently, she is serving as the Director Technical at Blue Leaf Sustainable Solutions. She provides environmental industry. Association where she's spearheaded restoration projects, smart city initiatives, water security plans, and environment.
Gopi, you should ask people to unmute.
Yes, I should ask them to mute, sir.
Sorry, mute.
Better you mute all, sir, as the host.
Yes, sir. Her leadership in business development, stakeholder engagement, and sustainability initiatives has significantly contributed to environmental conservation efforts. She is a lifetime member of the Indian Desalination Association and APCBEES. Passionate about advancing sustainability practices, she actively collaborates with government agencies, research institutions, and industries to drive impactful environmental solutions. With these few words, I invite Dr. Vidhya Lakshmi to start our presentation. Thank you, and over to you, Dr. Vidhya Lakshmi.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the very brief introduction. Good morning, all. I'm sharing my presentation. Please let me know whether it is visible for you. Is it visible, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Visible, ma'am.
Can I start the presentation?
Sure.
Good morning, all. I'm here to present sustainable waste management, embarrassing circular economy and extended producer responsibility. As Sir was introducing, many stalwarts of waste management who's regularly practicing in their day-to-day life is there in the session. I'm very much honored to present my presentation in front of those stalwarts. So before starting, this will be my overview of presentation. I'll be explaining about the sustainable waste management practices, understanding circular economy, why it is important to minimize our waste, extended producer responsibility, and what is the role of EPR in sustainability, and goals of circular economy and EPR and benefits. This will be the overview of my presentation. To start with, we have so many types of waste. As per the definition, book definition, uh, waste which is not useful for the individual, we'll call them as a waste, but it may be the resource. It's an untapped resource which can be reused or recycled. So waste itself is a uh, wrongly mentioned word, I say. We have so many type of untapped resources. So in domestic waste, agricultural waste, e-waste, CND, battery, industrial waste, hazardous waste, and biomedical waste. And last, we have nuclear and radioactive waste. We have so many categories of waste. So we have so many rules and regulations and policies to manage these types of waste. For every category, we have individual guidelines how to handle, how to dispose, and how to manage the waste efficiently. We have very strong regulations in place. The main challenge of waste management is we have complete standard documents, what to do, how to do, where to manage, how to manage, though who have to take what responsibilities. Everything is in place. And the same time, we have limited infrastructures and limited resource practically on ground. The major challenge comes in waste management is the community participation or the individual responsibility, the lack in individual responsibility, or we may say behavioral change that needs to be imparted among public to make the waste management a successful journey. So we have so many classification of waste. I'm here to focus on the domestic waste, and we'll be touching upon all the waste and what are the entrepreneurship opportunities in every category. So I'll start with the domestic waste, that municipal solid waste. So I'm not getting into the basics of the details. So 60/40. So what the 40 percentage of our municipal solid waste is the dry waste, approximately 35 percentage to 40 percentage. In that 35 percentage, the plastics alone, this report is published in Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, where they are classifying plastic waste of 46 percentage in the dry waste. And we have recyclable, other recyclable waste like paper, metals, textiles, and all those things. So if you account for the organic waste, that is 45 percentage of our municipal solid waste, it's an untapped resource. That is, if we are not segregating properly at household level, everything ends up in the landfill. That goes as a waste, and that causes methane production, that is indirectly one of the greenhouse gas that will have huge implications on the climate change. So the problem starts from our household, where the waste is not properly segregated. So the another major culprit in the waste system is the plastics. We have so many types of plastics. As we all know, plastics is a wonderful material. It's a wonderful gift from the technology, but anything which is of excessive use becomes a problem. As there is a saying in Tamil, அளவுக்கு மிஞ்சினால் அமிர்தமும் நஞ்சு. The same case applicable for plastics. It's a wonderful material. You don't have any equivalent material for plastics, but excessive uses of plastic is damaging our Mother Earth. So since the durability of plastics is very much higher, if you take a bottle, it will take 450 years for degradation. If you take single-use plastics, it takes around 1,000 years for complete degradation. This is a theoretical model that predicts the number of years. We actually doesn't know whether it did get completed after 1,000 years or not. This is the theoretical model predicting this number of years. So last 20 years is a plastic era where we have used so much of plastics. We have dumped so much of plastics in the surroundings that is costing us. If you see, we can see the plastics littered all over. Uh, uh, Whenever you go on transport, you can see on both the sides the plastics is being littered here and there. But the per capita consumption, if you compare with the developed countries, when you take US, it is 109 kgs per capita consumption of plastic. But when you compare to India, it is only 11 kgs per capita. In the year 2014 and 15, this is the latest data published in United States nations. If you compare, we are consuming only less plastics, but the way the cities and the way they manage in United States and the way we manage in India, there is a huge gap. They have a very good infrastructure for their waste management system. They have a complete house aggregation system. They will separate organic waste and the recyclable waste separately. They have a 3 bin system there. So daily basis they'll collect organic waste, and weekly basis they'll collect the recyclables. So proper waste management is being implemented in developing countries, whereas developing countries like India, we have limited infrastructure facilities and very less awareness among the people. Still today, almost all corporations, all rural bodies is facing the problem only because of mixed waste entering the waste management system. We don't have proper facilities, we don't have proper collection system. Though government of India and government of Tamil Nadu taking a lot of measures to address this issue, it is still a huge challenge for us. You all know we have so many types of plastics we use in our day-to-day lives. This is based on the recyclable nature of the plastics. So let me give you a complete picture of Tamil Nadu, with the waste management of Tamil Nadu, in order to understand where we stand in terms of waste management when comparing to the international market. So this is the data taken from Greater Chennai Corporation for the year to the 2024. So we have around uh, 17,000 tons per day of municipal solid waste is being generated every day in entire Tamil Nadu. We are accounting only corporations, municipalities, town panchayat. Here we are not considering about the villages, rural area. That quantification is not done. That is not in the tabular column. We can imagine we have so many rural villages in Tamil Nadu. That quantity we are not at all accounting here. The inventory is only for municipality to panchayat. So we are having around 17,000 tons per day. In that you will have we are having 7,000 tons, 7,000 plus tons in Greater Chennai Corporation alone. Approximately 40% of total waste is from Greater Chennai. So we have so many facilities in Greater Chennai corporations for wet waste as well as for the dry waste. We have so many windrow composting yards, biocomposting plants. So we have so many techniques for handling the waste. And if you see wet waste processing facility, we have around 1,000 plus tons. 1,200 tons per day handling facility for waste waste, and whereas for dry waste we have around 815 tons per day. Construction waste, as I was mentioning, we have so many types. Construction waste is also handled by Greater Chennai Corporation. So around 400 tons capacity they can handle. And the remaining untreated waste or unsegregated waste is being dumped on the open landfill. As you all know, we have two major landfills in Chennai. One is in Kodungayur and another one is Perungudi. You can see the numbers, alarming figures. We have 2,500 tons of waste is being dumped in the landfill per day. And for 2,800 tons of waste is being dumped in Perungudi, and seven totally, we have a management plan for 7,600. You can see the alarming pictures. We have only facility to handle 2,000 tons per day. Remaining waste is being dumped in open landfill. You may ask what ratio. We have very limited landfill facility. This is a common sight in any corporations. You can see openly littered waste, open burning situations, the mixed waste being collected. These are the, if there is any wasteland available near any water bodies, immediately people will start dumping there. And if it is not collected properly, it becomes an hotspot. This is a common visuals which we see, which we overcome every day. And during rainy days, this clogging is a common sight, and Chennai is very much prone to flooding. It's only because of clogging of drains due to the plastics. And these heaps, if you go and see any dump site, uh, this is a common heaps and heaps of plastic waste. It's an unmixed, unsegregated waste. You can see all these things. So if we claim the plastics are recyclable, then why this much of plastics is entering into the landfill? That's a big question mark. We know every material has resale value. If everything is having a resale value, why this much of plastics is being dumped here, and so much of resources being wasted every day? So we need to have a detailed look of how to reduce all these things. So this is the dump sites which I was mentioning in the earlier slide. One is Kodungayur and Pallikarnai. You can see the area, 269 acres of Kodungayur plot, and it has been in use for more than 35 years. And this Pallikarnai area also, it is around 200 acres. You may also be knowing that this is very close to the marshland, very close in sense to the wetland area, and there are a lot of NGT cases are pending in the Pallikarnai, because it's an eco-sensitive area, and this is also being operated more than 35 years, and there is no place available for future dumpings. We have to manage only with the two dumping sites. So it is really uh, very very much need of the hour to how to handle the waste generated in the day-to-day basis. This is the landfill view, and this is a small. See, we are using plastics, and whatever is entering into our Mother Earth, whatever consequences is generated because of that plastics, we are bound to be answerable. If we are doing it open burning, if it causes air pollution, because of air pollution, the people, the residents nearing the dumping yards will definitely have an airborne issues. So we ourselves is managing irresponsibly, so we have to face the consequences. That's a nature rule. But the sea animals or the sea creatures, nowhere related to the usage of these waste materials, are also getting affected because of our irresponsible activities. So how these sea animals are just in this, as you can see from the pictures, the plastics that is entering into the marine environment is being consumed or getting entangled, or it's affecting the sea organisms, so they losing their lives. Because of that, our marine resources also getting depleted. In the till the year 2022, from there's a study from 1986 to 2022, approximately around 60 million creatures, sea animals, got mortality rate of the sea and creatures is very much higher due to the waste management issues from the land based source. So how it is entering, it is only because of yeah, unmanaged waste. And maybe you, as you can see, there is a direct dumping near the water bodies. You can, when you are transporting, you can see on the river beds, if there is no water in the river, they will dump all the waste in the near the bund or over the bund. So when there is a small precipitation, all the dumped waste will directly enter into the water environment and ends up in the marine environment. And due to the constant exposure of sun and rain, the plastics will defragment and converts into a microplastics. Those microplastics will enter into the sea, and that is also ending up in our food plate. Where from sea animals, it is also ending in our food plates as so the latest study you might have all heard, there is a microplastics presence in our human blood. So that is the level of contaminations we have created in the mother earth. So this is the United Nations Environmental Protection report published in the year 2018, stating that around 80% of the marine litter plastics entering from the land-based sources, either it is from the municipal source or from direct industrial sources, or from direct dumping from the shipyards. So 80% of marine litter is from land-based sources. So what is the solution? We know what are the challenges, where we are where the problem is arising, how we are going to manage is the takeaway of this presentation. So sustainability is meeting our requirements without damaging the, or without taking the future generations resources. That is what the sustainability means. So we have to manage our waste in a sustainable way that it will not affect the future generation needs. So we have so many technologies to address the waste. So at present, at present, everything is getting into the landfill. That is the least option method. But whereas we have to categorize the waste in such a way that it has to enter into the right disposal method or handling method so as to reduce the impact on the environment. So the first method is composting. You can see the different levels of the second least method is the incineration, third least method is the recycling, fourth is composting, or fifth is, so we have to choose wisely which, whether this material is really required or not. So based on that, we have to reduce it. So let me start with the organic waste, how to handle all these things. As we all know, the organic waste is from our household. The organic waste comes mainly from the food waste, um, uh, and the general waste, all other categories. This is the overall view of our domestic waste. And we have two bin system in India. One is for green and another one is blue. For green is for biodegradable waste and blue is for non-biodegradable waste. The material which if we thrown in the open garden and if it is getting degraded naturally, that you will call it as organic material, that can be taken for either composting or the material which takes a lot of time for degradation. And we have to force some techniques to make it convertible for to some other form, that you will call it as non-biodegradable, that needs to taken for the recycling system. So you have two level of system. One is for individual level and the community level. For individual level, we have anaerobic reactors in place for faster conversion. For community level, again, we can generate biogas and we can generate energy from the organic waste. So this is to give you a glimpses, the opportunity for environmental engineers to pitch in this. We have waste to biogas plants. So the food waste, the organic waste which we collect from the household can be taken. The photograph which I have shown is the one which we installed in an apartment. It's a community, gated community. So where we'll collect all the organic waste, we can put all the organic waste in this digester. Within 14 hours we could able to get the biogas from the system. So the model which I have showed here is 50 kg of food waste model. 50 kg of food waste, if you give us a feed for this reactor, within 14 hours we'll get around 5 cubic meters of biogas. It is, if it is properly settled the system, initial first 3 months it will take much a longer time, but once the system is set for production of biogas, then it will maximum 14 to 24 hours we can get around 5 cubic meters of biogas. So approximately, you I just wanted to give you the glimpses of the capital requirements and return on investment, so as to think for our individual household also. We can even install such type of this thing in our apartments individually. It's no only a syntax tank, that much of land alone is required. So approximate cost requirement is around 4.5 lakhs for 50 kg of food waste, the organic waste converter. And return on investment is, if you calculate on based on your number of cylinders, so for 2.4 years approximately, if you assume you are changing a cylinder for 45 days, so your return on investment will be on 2.4 years itself. You can take back the capital cost, and the life of this biogas plant is around 20 years. So you can imagine around 40 percentage of your household waste is organic waste that is going to the biogas, and you are getting the biogas for your cooking and all those things. So with the investment of minimum amount, the next 20 years you are going to enjoy the biogas. So this is the viable option for almost all gated communities, and you can share the gas. See, this is only for 12 household we have mentioned this. So if it is for more, we can even go for higher capacities. Then waste to energy plants, this is for community level. You can see this type of biogas plants, one in Coimbatore and another one in Mahabalipuram. There are a lot more municipalities is implementing the system. The success of the system is the proper feed nature. If there is no mixture of waste, no mixture of contaminants, then the system will have a effective performance. Here in the Coimbatore, they are taking the food waste and market waste, vegetable market, fruit market, and flower market is there. So they are taking the waste from vegetable market and collecting food waste from nearby hotels. So this plant is designed for 30 metric tons, and it is capable of producing around 200 units, sorry, 2000 units. And those unit is they are being supplied to the grid for central grid. So this is a capital intensive equipment, whereas this type of infrastructures can be maintained by the city corporations or municipal corporations across the town. This is to handle organic waste. Then composting. This can be done both in the individual level as well as in the community level. I'm not getting into the technical details of all the composting, but I'm just giving you the job opportunities in handling these things. As an household responsible member, we can have a compost pit at back end wherever possible. It requires only a barrel of material. We can have either vermicomposting, or if you are very scared about the odor and all those things, we can have a closed organic waste container that is readily available in the market. But the time period for this compost will change depending on the composter you are using. It may vary up to 15 days to 30 days. You will get a good compost. So if you're going for windrow composting, this requires a huge land, and we need to tilt this thing. So you require labors also for this. But the vermicompost or the organic waste composter, the individual ourselves can do it. We need a just uh, uh, a small tank like structure for vermicomposting, and closed bin for this organic waste converter. So minimum, for a good quality price, you might have seen many zonal Greater Chennai Corporation is selling the compost that is being done in our vermicomposting yard for 10 rupees. That is the minimum government price. And if you are doing as a full time this thing, and you can supply it for wholesale, the price will be much higher. And remaining 60 percentage of materials in the waste is of recyclable nature. We have every recyclable material is having the scrap dealers. For newspaper per kg around 7 rupees, for bottles it is around 10 rupees. So we can recycle it with the scrap dealers, and that will directly enter into the recycling stream without a problem. But where we have so many systems on place, but where the problem is, we use single use plastics or plastic containers for our day-to-day needs. For example, oils, curd boxes, plastic vegetable, these things. So we, earlier days before plastics came into the picture, we used to transport everything in using all these things: jute blocks, wooden metal boxes, potteries. These are our packing materials before plastics. After plastics only, we started shifting everything to the transparent and multi-layered plastics for fancy advertisements. These are all ecologically friendly packing materials which we used earlier stages. So these items we are used to it. uh, Oil bottles or food containers, we don't have any alternatives for uh, plastic materials. We are bound to use the plastic materials. We don't have any replacement of packing materials. So what we can do is, we can collect all these materials, we can so segregate it, and we can give it back to the manufacturer itself. So here comes the process of a terminology called extended producer responsibility. If I'm using a particular product, that brand owner is responsible of taking back of it and recycling it, and doing a proper waste management of their branded plastics. So other plastics, it can be upcycled or recycled to have a finished look. These are outdoor furnitures. Few models they have tried in Noida, even in Chennai. They are using these compressed plastics for making outdoor furnitures and using in corporation parks. So, sustainable development goals. This is an United Nations. We have by the year 2030, we must be implementing all these SDG goals. We have so many 17 goals for as an SDG goals. That goal number 12 mentioning about responsible consumption and production. We need to be responsible of what we are consuming and how they are produced. It should be ecologically friendly, environmental friendly. If it is not friendly, it has to be properly managed and disposed. This is the criteria for SDG. So based on this SDG, many international organizations, they are going for 5R, and recently they have even gone for 8R. We might have heard about 3R concept. Many stages we have implemented 3R concept: recycle, reduce and recycle. Whereas 5R is the we are in India, we are still in implementing 5R. Even in the implementation of 5R, we are finding it a lot of challenges. But international market, they are going for 8R principles. 8R principle is completely a circular economy based principle. Nothing goes into the environment as waste. Everything which is being used, consumed, will come back to the system in another form, and it will again and again it will be used. So nothing will go till the end of the life. The material will be in the system. So that is completely in alignment with the circular economy principles. In India, we are still in 5R. So, based on the SDGs and international forums, we have so many amendments in our solid waste management rules and regulations. And recently, in the year 2024, also, we had a seventh amendment in the plastic waste management rules in India, where the implementation of the EPR, who's responsible, the categories, everything was amended for stricter implementations. So if you see in it was the plastic waste management rules was published based on our municipal solid waste management in the year 2016, where we were mentioning that implementation of EPR is mandatory. Then came second amendment came in the 2018, where marking labels and energy recovery and all those things mentioning. The latest amendment is to identify the biodegradable. Many people are claiming this is biopolymers and all those things. So latest amendment is on that. So next. Benefits of recycling is in the conservation of our resources, energy savings, pollution reduction, source reduction, and it requires community participation and investment in infrastructures. So these are the benefits as well as the strategies which will have direct impact on climate mitigation actions from India. So whatever is being mismanaged in the land environment is entering into the water bodies, which I was mentioning. So even in the water bodies, they have so many measures to avoid plastics entering into the marine ocean floor. So they have a lot of trash booms and all such mechanisms. So we can avoid such incidences before entering into the water body itself. So what is the solutions? So first thing is we have to shift our mindset from linear economy to circular economy. In linear economy, it is like use and throw approach, where will take the materials, we'll use it, and upon usage, we'll just dispose it. We are not worried about the material life or anything else. But in circular economy, we'll only prepare the material unless and otherwise it is very much essential. Then we'll use it, then we'll recycle it. After recycling, again it enter back to the system. So the material becomes durability of the material will also be higher. It will be in the system. It will not be disposed unless and otherwise there is a end of life treatment. So, three principles of circular economy is design for durability. Of course, plastics they have a very much durability. So, only thing is we need to handle it properly. We have resource recovery system in place, regenerative resources, and system thinking. Many might be thinking if it is from the recycled plastics, people will be hesitant to use it back. The same case is applicable for wastewater treatment also. If it's treated water, they will be using only for cleaning, car washing, road cleaning and glasses. They will not be using for any other purposes. Whereas in countries like Singapore and all, they're using the treated water even for drinking, because they don't have water facilities. So it is purely based on our system thinking. We need to change our mindset. Whichever is entering to the recycling system, when it coming out of the system, it is perfectly a new material. We need to change our mindset. That is not recycle, it's a reformed material. So we can use those materials safely and hygienically. So we need to impart a change in mindset also. Next is consumer engagement. That is very critical in case of circular economy. uh, Getting aligned used things to channelize to the respective recycling system, we need a consumer's participation on those things. So circular economy will only be imparted successfully in case of if you have a perfect EPR system in place. So we have for if it is sustainable, we must have economic, environmental, and social benefits. Then only we can claim that as a sustainable options. So we have all the benefits from these imparting circular economy. We have cost savings. We'll have a new revenue generation system, because so many job creations will be there. So there will be no waste or zero waste or reduced waste from the system, which will directly have a lower carbon footprint, with that will help us in mitigating the climatic effects. So role of technology, we have so many advanced technologies in place. So you can use those technology in waste management system also. Of course, there is a cost factor behind that, but if you want to a system that needs an higher efficiency and performance, we have to invest in so many technology. So instead of having a manual labors, we can go for robotic sensors. Of course, if you start discussing those advancing technologies from today, it may be implemented in down the line, maybe in another 5 years, or down the line 10 years. But we need to start thinking our waste management approach in that way, because we cannot continually keep on engaging the manual labors for all those things. It will be efficient, and this thing, we can change the behavior of people, and waste management should be automated. Then we'll have a performance. For this, we need a very advanced waste management techniques. This cannot be done in a day. We have to slowly build up every step carefully with the latest advancements. So we have artificial intelligence. You have smart sensors, smart bins. These trash bins we have already started implementing in metropolitan cities and all those things. You might have seen the waste crushers, the waste bottle, recyclable bottle crushers. If you store waste bottles, it will be too voluminous. Instead, we are having bottle cutters. It will segregate the cap separately, the ring separately, and the bottle separately. So thereby the volume is also reduced at the source itself. So you will have a token. That token you can use it for malls in a way. You can see those vending machines in bus stops and famous malls in Chennai. The same system we are implementing in railway stations and airports also. But this system, implementing these systems in local streets, it takes a lot of time. But if you compare those systems in with the developing countries, all the supermarkets, all the major malls will have that water bottle crushing, aluminum can crushing systems there. We need time and resources for implementing those systems in this. So recycling platforms, as I was mentioning, so blockchains. So how to handle all these things? Who will be responsible? So what will be the individual's responsibility? At which stage, who comes in? So these things we can clearly see in the extended producer responsibility. This is as per our latest amendment of plastic waste management. So who is responsible? Uh, we cannot blame the consumers alone. The brand owners, they are playing a major part here. Even a cookie or a chips packet, even if you take a brand, sorry to mention the brand name, but still, for understanding I'm mentioning, if you take a Lay's chips packet, if you open it, you can see the multi-layer packing. Inside it will be aluminum layer, above that you will have a plastic thin layer, above that you will have a color printed layer. For glittering purpose they have used so many. Just for chips they have used 4 layers of packing materials. But after consuming the chips packet, definitely kids will be throwing that in the dustbin. 4 layers of packing is being wasted there. The latest EPR guidelines mentioning, if you can use so many packing layers, but it is the obligation of the brand owners to collect all the waste back to the system and manage it well. That is the mandatory condition. So they have to collect how much our packing material they are using for the packing. Same amount of material they need to handle at the end process also. So this system is a giving the benefit of shared responsibility of management, because some brand owner for selling the chips itself, he is making crores and crores of rupees, and whatever chips cover that is being chips cover or biscuit wrappers or the oil cans, whichever is ending in the landfill, that is being managed by the municipal corporation, where they don't have fund to manage all these things. They have to invest so many technology, they have to invest in labors, they have to invest in land. They don't have proper funds. So bridging the gap between the fund gaps for the municipal corporation, and making responsible of the brand owners to handle their waste because of their product. So there is this EPR will have a bridging uh, the requirements, transferring of responsibilities, the shared responsibilities between the brand owners and the municipalities. So thereby we can get benefit of out of proper waste management, as well as reduced environmental impacts. Uh, See, without EPR, whatever is coming for the productions, it will come for the consumer use, and after consumer use, it will directly go for the landfill. But now, with the implementation of EPR, the polluter will be paying the principle. It is based on the polluter pay, modified polluter pay principle. So whatever waste is being generated, that will be taken care of the brand owner, that will be recycled back to the process, and that will enter into the production process again. So that will follow, without EPR, that will be a linear model. With the EPR, that will be the circular model. In India, we have four types of EPR. One is for e-waste management. Next one is for plastic waste management, battery waste management, and waste tire management. So out of other three, I will be focusing on plastic waste. Since I was focusing on municipal solid waste, I will be focusing on plastic waste management. Um, I've given an overview of EPR types, which law it has to be followed, who will be responsible, what will be their responsibilities, who has to take the complete responsibilities. If you see, in case of plastic, we have five types of categories. We have five types of categories. One is rigid plastics, flexible plastics, multi-layer plastics, and plastic sheets, biopolymers, and biodegradable polymers. In case of the e-waste, we have electrical waste, electronic waste, as mentioned in the e-waste management schedule 1. And in battery waste, this includes all batteries, which we right from the A plus batteries to vehicular batteries, and even the defense, we are using so many batteries. All those batteries will be coming under this category, and the tires, all tires used and new ones, will be coming under EPR. So who has to take responsible? The first obligation will go for producers. Uh, Producers, importer, brand owners, manufacturers, and sellers. We may be getting confused from the producer, importer, and brand owner, because some people might be getting their products imported from the other country. They will be doing only branding in India and selling inside the Indian market. So those suppliers will call it as importers. And brand owners, they specifically mention their brand names in the packing material. Like I was mentioning, any product, ATA products, ITC products, or you come to know their brand name from their packing material itself. That type of the branding, you will call it as brand owners. And producers, only these plastic materials will be printed in somewhere, that will be transferred to the brand owners. They will sell it to the brand owners. From brand owners, we'll get the material filled, and it will be entering into the consumer market. The person who is doing the multi-layer packing, printing all those things, will call it as them as producers. So the responsibility starts from the producer. If he is producing so X tons of plastic waste, he has to be responsible of recycling X tons in that particular area. That is the target given for the producers. For the brand owners, how much of material they are using for a packing material, the same amount they are using for recycling also. Equivalent amount of plastics can be recycled. They are not, there is no clause in the EPR mentioning that they have to recycle only their brand. No, it is not like that. They have to use, they have to recycle similar type of material. They can combine with local municipalities, local government authorities, or they can have an separate system for collecting the informal sector also. They have to bring in specified target quantities in order to manage their input target values. This will enable to have a shared responsibility among municipality as well as the brand owners. So this is the manufacturer. This is what is explaining. The manufacturer, he will send the plastic raw materials to the producers. So from the producer, the plastic packing material will be printed, and all those things that will be sent to the brand owner. From the brand owner, the finished product will enter into the Indian market. So this all the people will be taking the responsibility in recycling. So what is the benefit of circular economy and EPR? Combining circular economy and EPR, we'll have so many environmental benefits. First benefit is dumping of resources in the open environment will get reduces because of improper management of waste that is affecting land sources as well as the marine sources that will avoided. Open dumping is creating lot of methane emissions that will also be addressed. So environmental benefit, we have so many direct and indirect environmental benefits. Of course, it is creating a lot of job opportunities, and we can make use of, if we can tap every opportunities available. I have explained only about the municipal solid waste. The same category applies for electrical e-waste also. The same thing is applicable for industry waste also. Only thing is the guiding principle, the fundamental policy we need to change. That's all. So we have so many job opportunities if you take up a role in waste management and regulatory compliances. We cannot pass our responsibility to other person's shoulder. It is a collective responsibility. As an individual, as a society, we have to take our part and we have to do our roles and responsibility correctly, so that the waste generated from our household is managed and uh, getting into the proper recycling system. Thereby, we are not disposing any resources. So completely following our regulations. So whoever is taking part, whoever is implementing this EPR successfully, they are doing their responsibility as a citizen. So that will increase their brand reputations. This to give an example of brand reputation, you might have seen the ITC notebooks or ITC brand packets. End of the packet, you can see for every purchase, one rupee of your purchase will directly go to the ITC Foundation for supporting rural kids' educations. For hygiene products, it is for rural women health development. We don't know whether that particular rupees is so common public will not be considering all those things. So what mindset will be is even every purchase of one notebook or one hygiene material, that 1 rupee is going for the some other development purpose. So those brand reputation will keep on increasing. The similar way in Shakti Masala add-ons, he will only engage physically challenged people as employees, so that will increase the brand reputation. So if they are contributing for environmental projects also, that will also have a greater impact in their brand recognitions. So key takeaways from the today's waste management presentation is how responsibly we have to behave in our handling our household waste, how to do our part in sustainable waste management. We have seen what are the basics of circular economy, what is our role in EPR, the economic benefits, social benefits, and we have I have highlighted success stories of ITC, Shakti Masala, and few other organizations. And we have so many challenges. Imparting behavioral changes in public about the waste management is not an easy task. You cannot do it in a one go. It has to be done repeatedly. So as a responsible environmentalist, we must have take this opportunity to spread a word among to create an awareness among public to have a sustainable waste management practice. So thank you. The forum is open for your questions. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good morning.
Before we go to the question and answer session, I would like to invite Dr. Shamla to say a few words. Dr. Shamla?
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Gopi. This is Mr. Anil Kumar.
Hi.
From, we are both in Mysore. Mr. Anil Kumar works for the Hasiru Dala. As you know, that it's a well-known NGO. Thank you, Miss Dr. Vidhya Lakshmi, for a lovely presentation. Both of us heard it. And we also want that, Mr. Anil Kumar will be hopefully joining our group. Mr. Gopi, you will facilitate.
Yeah.
And we went and visited a Gram Panchayat near Mysore. And it was a wonderful example of, you can say Gram Panchayat level decentralized integrated waste management, both wet and dry. And he's got a learning center also. And same way, just now, we are coming from the Mysore
City Corporation.
Zero Waste Management Center, which Hasirudala is managing at no cost.
Yes, no cost.
No cost to the municipal corporation. So thank you very much for the opportunity for
Thanks,
letting
madam.
us join and introduce. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, sir, I would like to start the question.
Yeah, please.
2017, I'm working with Asrudala, and we have a two models in Mysore. One is the Gram Panchayat model, that is sustainable solid waste management Gram Panchayat, and another one is the zero waste management plant of Mysore City Corporation, which is managing somewhere around 1.5 to 2,000 kgs of waste every day. I'm looking the whole management of this both facilities.
Yeah, and I think we'll have an opportunity for Mr. Anil Kumar to present in one of your Sunday presentations whenever convenient.
Sure, ma'am.
Thank you
Sure.
very much for the opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Gopi sir, I would like to ask.
Yeah, please go on. Please go on, Nagarajan.
Hello all, I'm Nagarajan. I'm the town administrator in Salem Steel Plant. Okay, so I am directly interested in managing the solid waste in my township, as well as probably the nearby or peripheral surrounding panchayats. So I'm also looking after CSR. So how, I'm looking for somebody who can take up this in a proper manner in our township as well as for the nearby Gram Panchayats. And just now, Dr. Shamla Mani also has introduced one, Mr. Anil Kumar. So I would like to know how we can go ahead in this process, because presently we still are doing the rudimentary solid waste management system, like what Dr. Vidhya Lakshmi was pointing out. And my surrounding or peripheral panchayats, they are dumping and burning. All these things are happening. This is in Salem district. So if I can get some links and we can start discussions with some of the people who can help me in managing, it will go a long way, at least to set a good example for the rural Tamil Nadu. Thank you.
Sir, actually, we are also implementing zero waste practices at community level, and we have been doing it in IIT Hyderabad. It's a zero waste campus. So if you can share your number, I can share my
I will
proposal
do,
on that. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
I will share the number.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Gopi sir. And also, I would like to see what the Mr. Anil Kumar is doing and at Hazirudala. That would also be of good help. So
Sure. I will connect you. I will connect you to the two of them. Don't worry.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, next question, please. Ramdas sir, please go on, sir.
Yeah.
Ramdas.
Yeah. Good afternoon to everybody. I am Ramdas. I am one of the founder member of Industrial Waste Management Association. One. Second is I am having a waste collection center for hazardous waste and also for plastic waste. Unfortunately, as Dr. Vidya told, we are not getting enough plastic waste to recycle. That is the situation. Okay. But definitely it's a good eye open. The presentation was very good. It was very well covered all the areas and subjects. Okay. For Dr. Vidhya Lakshmi, I am working with Ramke also. I work with Ramke, and sir, definitely we will take it forward. If anybody is having doubts on any waste disposal, I can support. I am one of the service provider for all kinds of waste. We have connectivity, and I can take up all the waste for recycling, reusing only. It is not for landfill, okay, or incineration. So I will also request Mr. Gobi to give one topic on industrial waste management and some other whenever the time is available. I will share my experiences and I will share my thought process also. Thank you, Mr. Gobi. You are doing a very laudable job. I really congratulate you for carrying out and carrying on. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, thank you. Thank you for the wishes. I like to connect you regarding the plastic waste management facility, sir. If I can connect, that will
Yeah,
be
I'll
of
connect
great
you with
help.
you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I'll connect you with you. Don't worry. Yeah.
Govi sir,
Tamaris,
good
please.
afternoon. This is Tamari Silvan speaking from Sipcot Industries Association of Kadalur. I am the technical committee lead, and as well as we are representing 33 industries in the cluster of Kadalur Sipcot. So it was a nice presentation, ma'am. As well as Govi sir, with respect to this EPR, we are in our cluster. We are having pharma units also.
Yeah.
So the phase one is dedicated to pharma, as well as the general waste like the plastics and other lining covers, which comes under general waste. We are struggling to move it from the industries. So I think if somebody could help us out, so you can reach me and I can connect with the industries.
Sir, I will come and I will reach you, sir. I am in Chennai. I knew Kadalur Sipcot Association. I have given two, three seminar, participated in two, three seminars. I will
Okay.
definitely support you, and we will also try to put a facility there. If all industries are there, and we will try to do it. Okay.
Yes, sir. For this general waste movement, actually, we need to concentrate on the general waste
But
movement area as
we
of now.
need a place for that. Well, the whole issue is if
Okay.
Sipcot can identify a common place,
Okay,
and
sir.
we can take up the waste disposal.
Maybe
Or what?
from the reputed IWMA, I think you can take up towards the SIPCOT.
Sir, I was from IWMA. I am no more with IWMA. I will come and discuss with you because in 2026,
Sure,
all waste, and apart from hazardous waste,
sure,
cotton boxes, paper, and any other
sure.
packaging materials, including glass, is coming under EPR's regulations.
Yes,
Hence,
yes,
all
yes,
the industry should fall in line with that.
yes, yes,
So
yes.
I will also discuss with you how to go about it. I knew some of the people in Kadalur's industries also. My
Okay.
name will be familiar with them. Okay, sir. We will take
Right,
up.
sir. Right, sir. Right, sir. As well as, sir, Gobi, sir, with respect to this alternate fuel, see, the Kadalur in phase 2 area, there is
Yes.
a CBG, compressed biogas generating plant, and they are doing an excellent job for your kind information. And they are providing the CBG for, they are generating CBG. I think they are having an approval for around 5 ton per month, but the source of utilization is very less. So maybe we can also support them. I request the peoples to just go through the biogene or something. I will share with Gobi sir. Maybe
Yes,
it will
sir.
be useful for that.
Prakash, you have a question?
Gopi, this is Radha.
Yeah, please go on, Radha.
This actually it was very informative. I just appreciate Dr. Vidhya Lakshmi because the solid waste management nowadays has really been looked into because more people are talking on other gaseous emissions and water waste. But actually, what happens when I don't know whether the EPR falls under the LDP, like less than 120 microns. Of course, that only people who are looking into solid waste management can answer, because what happens actually it is once it is there into the ocean, uh, the phytoplanktons which actually work for producing oxygen, they're not able to, and really over the years we won't be able to they won't be able to produce much oxygen. So naturally the tides would come down and everything will be at a great catastrophe later on years. So what is that the EPR looking into the plastics that are less than 120 microns? That is one issue which I want to know about. uh,
Dr. Vidhya Lakshmi, madam, can you answer?
Ma'am, less than 120 microns, it will that is single-use plastic. Right now, it has been taken for incinerator only. There is no other methodology available as of now in India.
Any other forms available for other than incineration, ma'am? That is the one thing. It's of much concern.
Ma'am, there are a lot of R&D works is going on to degrade the single-use plastics, but it is not successfully implemented. It is only openly dumped only here. A few case studies, they have gone for road constructions, melting and mixing with the tar, and they are going for road constructions. But there is no other options available as of now in India.
No, sorry, if it is 120 microns and above, it is recyclable. Only single-use plastics up below 20 microns are not reusable. Number one. Number two, even in these multi-layer plastics, the people are now making some boats or some other items to recycle it. That is actually upgrading. Upgrading is going on. So number one is, even if it is 120 microns, it is recyclable, number one. Number two, it is also covered under EPR. So the technologies are developing, and yes.
Yes, sir. Single-use plastics, we don't have any method right now.
Yes.
For other methods, we have a recycling options, and we have so many authorized recyclers for also. But for the case of single-use plastic, we don't have any technology in India.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah, please go on, Prakash.
Thank you, sir. Madam, actually, is there any requirement of some tracing of these materials extended when we go for extended producer responsibility? Is there any requirement of some software or IT devices for tracking the devices which started from the manufacturer and then where all it has gone? And then is there any requirement like that?
Sir, as far as EPR is considered, we are still in the implementation stage, whereas every brand owners or producers have been allocated with specific targets, only numbers based on their consents. The target is described, but as of now, there is no system in place for tracking. We are still struggling to make brand owners and producers to implement EPR. We are still in the initial stage. We are still in the seeding stage. It is not
even
completely
in advanced countries. Even in advanced countries, is it the same stage, or whether they are
in advanced countries? If you take in the case of UK, they have a complete system in place. They have all the trackings and all those things. Maybe in down the line, we may have the tracking systems in place. But right now, the targets they are giving based on the manufacturer concern details. So whatever they are producing, equal amount they have to recycle. That is based on their numbers only, based on their design capacities only. We don't have any tracking system at place at the current stage.
Thank you, madam. Actually, maybe I will connect with you separately on knowing the way it is being tracked in UK. If you have the details, okay.
Yeah, sure, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, Gopi, sir.
Thank you. Yes, Anandam.
Vanakkam. I am Sadanandam here. Sir, we have been discussing about this point at least more than 2-3 years. More than 4 sessions have been completed on this. Even Mr. Veerabhadman from Tirupur also has recommended so many things, and he has written a book. That is one point. Another is all these plastics can be bundled, and it can be made as oil. Pyrolysis method somebody has developed, and something is going on. But we are not supporting all those persons, or we are not open to hear them. So that is the problem. Once that is made, then that can be a single solution for all these things.
Sir, I totally agree, but our objective is not to go for the either incineration or pyrolysis. Our option is to go for environmental safe solutions only. Since incinerator or pyrolysis, it's an energy intensive equipment, and we are going to completely destroy the material. Our objective is not to destroy; we have to reuse it and recycle it wherever is possible. So the least preferred technology will be open dumping. Next least preferred will be the energy intensive equipments. As you mentioned, it is the maybe low rated technologies, but still we have to go for environmental options. That is our objective.
Sorry for interruption, Vidya ma'am. As you said rightly, if we are going with incinerator or other methods also, in incinerator we need to handle the ash, right? The leftover ash has to be handled.
Yes, sir. But in case of municipal solid waste, whatever the ash which is coming out of incinerator will not be of hazardous nature. That can be easily mixed with
Yeah, yeah, that I agree.
that
That
can
I
be
agree.
easily.
That I
So,
agree with respect to municipal waste, but when
but
it comes to plastics, then it is an issue, right?
yes, yes. Even in the plastics, we'll have a major concern in air pollution when it
Yeah, yeah,
comes to
yeah.
solid waste. So even that fly ash, that ash, we need to take properly when we are going for plastic waste burning.
Yes,
So
yes.
we are just converting one form of pollutant to other form.
Yeah, yeah, sure, for sure. I agree.
Uh, Good morning, madam. Pradeep Kumar here.
Yes, sir.
Madam, actually, I think one gentleman, he talked about pyrolysis, and I have involved in one such companies, and we help them to improve their yield capacity. What I understand is pyrolysis can give a very good uh, yield in actually like an alternative fuel. The only issue what we faced is the olefin content, the gum content, it will be higher when it is exposed to atmosphere. So this is the only problem that is what we faced. And almost like good, if the plastic raw material, or I mean the waste raw material is good, we get around 90% recovery. So remaining 10% is the only ash that we are talking about, which is almost like a carbon material, which we were also thinking of how to use it. So this is also one of the, I mean, input I want to give it in the forum. Even though it is not best sought method, but it can be an alternative when there is no method available for us to go ahead with the environment or recycling or something like that.
I totally agree, sir. Right now, we don't have any options, so we are preferring with the pyrolysis or incinerated method. My point here is, see, if the material is of completely of no use, and if it is taking longer time for degradation, in that case, if you are going like the case of single-use plastics, we don't have any other methods. We have to go for pyrolysis or incineration. So that case, it is acceptable. Whereas in case of handling mixed waste, those methods are not viable technology. That is what my point is. And whichever material which can be recycled because of difficulties in segregation issues, those materials also we are taking for these disposal methods. That my point is to have a clear segregation so that materials ending up with pyrolysis will be reduced. Resource efficiency will be higher that case. And related to the ash, if it is mixed with fly ash and these things, there is a project in Anna University where we have mixed with different composition of fly ash with the ash coming out of incinerators, and we checked for structural stability, sir. These things can be used as a fly ash blocks for constructions, like paver blocks. That stability was really good. This project we have done in our masters during our college days. If you want, you can try with that also. the structural stability is good, you can use that option also, sir.
Madam, again to continue, what you said is right. The fly ash, actually, there was a power project here, and in the college where I studied, that is NIT Surathkal. It's now NIT Surathkal, earlier KREC. There was a similar project done using fly ash and concrete mixture, and it was giving a very good strength. Yes, you are right, madam.
Yes, sir. So that can be an option to manage the ash coming out of incinerator unit.
Ma'am, I would see between that 20 micron to 120 microns you are talking about, there are a lot of people are using it. The crude methods are there. We'll make it as first as a lump. Then that lump can be crushed, then made it as a pellets. That process, a lot of people are doing, and making a low cost, maybe the junction boxes and all things they are doing. But it's not a big way. But there are system is there to convert below 120 micron to first made it as a lump to grind it. Then we have to make it as a pellets. Then use it in the extrusion. That is available. Second thing, this regarding that ash. See, we are handling with actually rice husk ash. The rice husk ash, we now this is familiar. We are mixing it with fly ash. They are mixing with all this one. They are making lightweight bricks. Like that, you can use that ash to make the bricks. That will be binding will be good. There is no problem. So both way we can do it. Just I want to share you because I got an experience of 25 years in the plastic field. Just I am telling you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Sir, as you are mentioning rightly that the material thickness ranging between 20 to 120 microns, of course, the major challenge in that is segregation, sir. If you take water bottle itself, you have four different materials. So if I want to recycle a plastic, the normal water, drinking water bottle itself, I need to separate the cap, the neck point, the whole bottle, and the label of the plastic. There are four waste in a single water bottle. Segregation is the challenge. I cannot mix different type of materials in this thing. If it is properly segregated, handling will not be an issue. Even for upgrading, it will not be an issue. So
see, don't compare them with leave alone that bottle. Bottle the PET cannot be mixed with any other thing. Okay, so all other plastic can be mixed. If it is a PP or LDPE or HDPE or HMHDPE, you can mix it. That is not going to the polythene, this all polythene the related material can be mixed and made as a ordinary products, making a small the morala பண்றாங்க சின்ன சின்ன items mugs அதெல்லாம் பண்றாங்க. They are doing it. So all the cost will be low, the color will be dark. That is the only thing. They are doing it, but it is method is crude method.
the same point I am also telling, sir. It is done. It is practically done. Ana environmental friendly illiyandradhu mattumda. Matabadi I am not
because
saying it is
we are
not.
connecting to another product, then environmentally friendly. We are not wasting anything. We are not exposing anything. We are making it as a lumps instead of making as a scrap. First to make it as a lumps, then converting as a scrap, then converting as a pellets. That granules we use for another making the product, any product. You may injection molding, maybe extrusion product, whatever it is.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Madam, I am Sadanandam again. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Actually, we should hear others' views and then go on trying it. That sort of environment is not there in our country. So that is the one problem. Otherwise, we could have succeeded. So what I was telling about the pyrolysis, in that, okay, if you are telling the what is it, air pollution, you can find out what is there and then how to treat it like that. If medical waste is burnt now in all the corporations, along with that, this also can be burnt if waste material is there. Otherwise, pyrolysis is one of the best method. I think we should try that one also. That's what my request.
Agreed, sir. Agreed.
I just want to add, madam, since I was involved in one of my friends' pyrolysis project, and we got a good yield. They could sell their product that is like a contemporary to diesel. Those things are done. I just want to say the raw material, that is the waste plastic, which is the raw material. The waste, segregators, they use different terminologies like Duban. Duban means what doesn't, what can be, what gets, settled down in water, or it doesn't suspend. It doesn't float on water. It goes, it gets immersed in water. So there are some other things. Like Neel Kamal chairs, if those chair plastic waste are being pulverized and it comes as a raw material, there is something called as filler material. The filler material is used by the Neel Kamal or other chair makers to give strength to their mold, so or their chairs. So those things are like the inert ones, which will not participate in any incineration. It is just like a ash or sediments. So these are also a part which can, what we are aware also thinking is the final it can go to a brick. Sometimes if more carbon is there, it cannot go to the brick. So this is what we try to say. Just I'm giving my input. I think one gentleman was talking about the plastic and other things. So the recycle, how we treat LLDP, HDP as the raw material for this kind of industry, their scrap has a different nomenclature. So this is what I want to tell.
Yes, sir. Well, whatever you're saying is correct. The only thing is that Neel Kamal never used filler. Filler is only used for the low cost items. Reprocess time, they will add filler to reduce the cost. That is the only thing. Otherwise, when you Neel Kamal or Supreme, both companies are very close to me. They never use this one, and they never sell any. This one, they will scrap it, and only they will sell it. They won't even any defect is there. They will scrap it and sell it. So they got system also. So filler is entirely different. Filler is whatever that biryani sheet you are talking about, the packing they are making, that food packing, that is 40% filler. That we are using very popularly, that biryani sheet. Even though it is banned, still we are using it. Where they are using the fillers more. Thank you.
Anyone else has a question? Anyone else has a question?
Hello, sir. I am Badmaraj here.
Yeah, Padmaraj.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Nice presentation by Dr. Vidhya Lakshmi and many experts in this forum. Really great. Just basic questions. By listening Dr. Vidhya Lakshmi presentation, unknowingly, lot of plastic materials are getting burned because there are systems available, but it is not implemented or whatever it is. I would like to know where is the bottleneck, even though there is a lot of research done and lot of systems are available, and why still the corporation, they are burning the plastics and like this? Why not? Okay, understand there is a problem of segregation. Is entrepreneurship is not possible in segregation in the corporation waste, where it is the real bottleneck? What is the plan to overcome? Thanks to share.
Sir, I am Ramdas. The problem bottleneck is with the people and the way we treat. Culture and attitude of our people have to change. As Madam has told, segregation of the waste and handing over the segregated waste correctly will solve the problems. Unless we segregate at the source, this problem we can only talk. There are enough regulations in India, Madam already told. There are enough regulation is there already with the in the government of India. All necessary regulations, standard operating procedure, everything is available. Only implementation is poor. You know very well, I don't want to dwell on that. Number one is we as a people change the culture towards segregation and recycle and reuse. Unless we change our culture and some of the administrative procedure has to change, I don't want to dwell on that, but definitely we as a person, as a country, we need to change our culture. Okay, thank you.
Okay, great, sir. I fully agree and understand it's a culture. It has to be educated from the bottom level, from the school level, and many areas. It's coming. I always think in my mind there are a lot of collectors collecting different waste like main pet bottles and all. There are in the streets, people are buying. I mean, people in the sense the shops are buying. There are some waste recycle waste shops. They buy the plastic bottles,
They are
uh,
Gabadi
ca-
Wallas.
some wood, some curtain box like this. But they are not buying the general waste like, any masala packets, chips packets. These are all they are telling, no, 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 we will not buy. You throw it in the dustbin. So people are ready. See, the thing is, we are not a very much advanced country or very, all our people are less than middle class. If they buy, if they get even a 1 rupee, when they sell it, people are ready to segregate at their home and they're ready to sell it. Why the government is not encouraging, or I don't know where it is really getting. I fully agree the culture is not there, and I am sure we are much ahead as compared to previously, maybe 10 years or 15 years before. Today we are in different level. But today I am at my house, more than 10 packs masala plastic covers, and like this I am keeping it. And also the plastic bottles and the, but few things they are buying, many things they are telling you throw it in the dustbin. Can anyone answer what and any other steps possible, or even entrepreneurship, whether it can be added? Ramadas sir and Dr. Vidhya Lakshmi. Thank you.
Sir, I totally agree with your point. That is where our EPR comes into the picture. Previously, if there is no value for the waste, definitely the person who is collecting. Previously, we used to sell the newspapers and the milk packets. Definitely, all the scrap dealers will take. Remaining boxes and all, they will not take. Remaining oil packs and all, they will not take. But now the scenario is changing. So the brand owners, they have to have an MOU with either municipalities or the authorized recyclers to get back the packing materials which they are using for their product. So now, if EPR is successfully implemented, the question which you are asking will be completely answered. We are still in the verge of implementing the EPR. So it takes some time. To answer your question, EPR is the best solution. All the brand owners has to take back their packing materials. The chips packet, the masala packet, everybody, they have to take back what they have given to the community.
Yeah, what we are saying is correct, ma'am.
Madam, question here. I fully agree. The brand owners has to collect. How they collect in a street? If there is 100 house, how they will collect? Somebody has to buy it, or I don't know. Or what do you mean they will collect it? The
Sir,
brand owners.
best example I can tell. Or a few years back, there is one ad for hammam. Grava Pravesham offer no kudutanga. For that, we have to give them hammam soap packet of 10 or 15 packets. We have to give them so that we can participate in the contest for hammam Grava Pravesham offer. I hope you remember. அது ஏதோ ஒரு சினிமால கூட வந்தது. அந்த ஆஃபர்ல their target is to collect their target is to increase the sales. So they have given a open contest. Whoever is submitting and hammam 100 grams pack 10 grams கொடுத்து the dealer கிட்ட they can enroll for hammam graduation. The winner will be getting only one house, but the people who have participated in that advertisement is more than a lakh. Can you imagine? One person is going to give 10 packets. So the same way, every brand will have their own strategy to recollect their packings. Some will have a tie-up with municipalities. Some will have an open competitions like this. So it depends on the brand owners how they are going to achieve their targets. So we cannot mention எல்லாருமே இதை தான் follow பண்ணணும். We cannot restrict. It is their creativity how they are going to achieve their targets. It depends on the brand owners.
Right, ma'am. What is that? The thing is that returning back, if you are giving, now Tasmak is doing like that. If you are returning the bottle, we will give some paisa. Like that, some offer should be there. Automatically, they will return back and take it back some. If you give 5 bags, we will give discount of 3 rupees. Something like that, if you are giving, then definitely this offer will be there. Second thing, the culture we have to change. What he has told you, we are putting our degradable waste in a plastic packet and putting it in the dustbin. So automatically that being eaten by sometimes by the cows, sometimes by the other animals, then it is the problem started from there itself. So we have to change the attitude.
As rightly said, sir, actually for industries and all, law is stringent and they have imposed that. For example, if there is a RM which is coming in cans, like 50-liter carboys or HTB carboys, so what we are doing is we are returning the same to the source, so that the source peoples are giving some concession to us.
Cleaning and taking back. They will again use it.
I am decontaminating it. Decontaminating it.
The government also should. Yeah, the government also should be strict. For example, the pouches, this shampoo pouches or this washing bar. Why it is coming in plastic? That is never can be used and that cannot be sold. This is the problem. Why when Synthol is making it in a Synthol, they are using paper, whereas this guy is using a plastic. This one, they will scrap it and throw it. This waste like this. It is going on growing. This is the main problem. That government has to say. They will say that we are using more than 50 microns. That is the problem. 50 microns means it should not be applicable for small packaging. It should be applicable for packaging size more than this. Like that, government has to bring the rule. Thank you.
Sir, I totally agree. We have so many loopholes so that many people are taking advantage. The idea here is to bring everyone under a single umbrella so that this stringent implementation of EPR may definitely will be more stringent. See, this EPR is not new to us. For example, few years back, even in the last decade also, if you want to buy a new battery for our vehicle, we have to return our old battery, then only we can buy the new battery. So that was there, but for us, for laptops or phones, we don't have such options. Even in the Amazon also, if you want to change your new mobile, you can you can resell the old mobile, and with some discount amount, we can buy our new mobiles. So these are all indirect implementation of EPS only. So we can see we are so familiar with resale of our old products. So these are all because of implementation of EPR. So maybe it takes some time to reach a common man, but the process is on. It is there. Our government is taking a lot of efforts to implement it.
Okay, madam. Nice. Actually, it's a good. It's coming, but it takes some time. The point. Why not we go from the bottom level, madam? The in the shop, in every street, those who are having shop, why not they buy the plastic masala sheets instead of collecting hammam like this? Okay, it takes some time. Why not they collect for very cheap rate? No need even 1 kilo or half kilo is 50 rupees or 25 rupees. Just even 10 rupees if they collect, people will be interested. See what they want. Two things: the satisfactory that I am not throwing, I am educated, I am not throwing in the landfill, I am giving it back. So it is the satisfaction. Second is I am getting 10 rupees at least. Why not it is getting implemented by our Chennai Corporation or any government agency to collect back and return it to wherever it's supposed to be? What is the problem to do this?
Sir, can truly understand your way of thinking. The thing is, nothing can be changed in a day. It needs lot of resources. So I can give you an example. In North India, there is a restaurant. If you give them 2 kgs of plastic, you can have a free meal. 5 kgs of plastic, you can take away from. So this is to encourage people. Whatever plastics that is in littered on roads, they collect it and they are giving back to the giving in the shop for a exchange of food. They'll collect that as a waste wala restaurant. There are new concept here. There are new entrepreneurship ideas. We cannot keep on watching our corporation or government of Tamil Nadu to take an uh, different strategy to implement. No, it is our individual responsibility. We can come out with such type of innovative ideas where we can. And even in Chennai, Erode, there is a woman entrepreneur who gets all the waste cloths and waste plastic materials. They're recycling and they are upgrading. So there are many individuals coming up with innovative solutions for addressing this waste management, sir. So maybe many such entrepreneurs coming in that platform will support the government initiatives, so that the burden of municipalities will get decreased, so that we'll have an perfect implementation of waste management as per our regulations and policies. Maybe in future it may come, as everybody is aware of what are the implications we have because of our improper management. Then definitely everybody will shift towards proper waste management and moving towards environmental solutions. That may happen in coming years.
Great. Thank you, madam. Really appreciate for your responses and others. Please share your contact details, madam. We will be in touch.
Yes. I'll post it in the group.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Bye.
Anyone else has a question? One last question we can take. Malini, you want to ask something?
Good morning, Mr. Gopi. Can I say a few words?
Yeah, please, sir. Yeah, please, sir.
Yeah. Good morning, madam.
Good morning, sir.
It's a wonderful presentation, very exhaustive, very informative, non-stop, without any obstacles and repetition, and flow of information, data. A very enlightening session. So our appreciation, and I have to thank Mr. Gopi and the organizing team of AABN for organizing such a wonderful, informative session. And you have done a wonderful job. One or two small suggestions, like the way you said, it's not the responsibility of the government alone, it's the responsibility of the citizens also. So my suggestion is that one, government is definitely responsible, and the government also should try to curb the use of plastics. I'm talking about only plastics. We are all talking about waste management and how to recycle, do those things. But I am going to talk in a very generic subject, like why at all we should create the waste and then do waste management or recycling and all that. If you remember, this is actually definitely going to affect the climate change. This is going to pollute our oceans, our sea, our rivers, our water bodies, etc. As you rightly said, all your PPT pictures, they have represented how it is getting polluted, especially the water bodies. So, as you rightly said, why not the education is given at the grassroots level? In the sense, the youth of Tamil Nadu, I'm talking about only Tamil Nadu. Why not we, do it at the education, in the education system itself, or as an extra curricular activity, or an education system in the school level or in the college level, and make the youth of Tamil Nadu to create the awareness. And I have seen many videos, even by the, in the social media as well as the government of India. Recently, I saw a video where the children are educating the small villages or townships where they go and educate them. When they just throw the plastic or a plastic bottle or even the garbage on the dustbins, instead of throwing it on the dustbin, they throw it on the road. And then it is not my responsibility to clean it. The municipality or the corporation will come and do it. That should not be the attitude. So there should be an attitudinal change. There should be a cultural change. The civic sense has to improve. So for that, one is the education through the young India or the young people, the youth of Tamil Nadu. And number two, I feel that the citizens also, even the elder citizens, should be educated, because I am seeing, I am trying my best. When I am the secretary of my apartment, I go for the Republic Day or Independence Days. When I give a speech, I address the youth, the children, the youngsters, tell them, try to first of all keep it neat and clean in your house itself and segregate them. Segregate the solid waste, the plastics, the because the general attitude I'm seeing, even the children when they go, as you rightly said, even the wafers or chocolate wrappers or anything, just after removing it, they just throw it on the road. I'm seeing in most of the roadside joints and roadside restaurants, people just throw it, and they feel that yes, somebody is there to clean it up. The corporate, it is the responsibility of the corporation. In my house itself, I'm saying at my backyard, it is a little bit dark near the main road. They just come, drink. They normally go for liquor, and then they drink it, and then plastic bottles, plastic tumblers, they just throw it inside my house in the waste yard. If there is an outside at the entrance, I'm having there are a couple of roadside shops on the platform. I have educated them. I have told them I will give you some buckets. Please ask your people to come and throw the plastic or the waste, the garbage, even the paper plates, everything into a tub or into a plastic bucket. Don't throw us. Educate them. I can put banners on at my cost. So this way, when an individual is able to do it, why can't the governments also take initiatives? One, by way of documentary films inserting in during the interim gap between the serials or something like that. And number two, the corporation, the government itself, like for example, Avin, they are using plastic for the milk product. Everything, curd, milk, everything comes through the plastic. And I don't know where to throw it. Every day I just feel sorry to throw it on the garbage bin outside. These are all going to pollute the atmosphere. It is going to definitely affect our species in the ocean, sea, in the water bodies. So the same way, the government can think of the good old system, like using bottles. Even in Delhi, Mother Dairy is still using the token system. You can carry your container, put the token, you get the milk. So why not we go there, collect the milk or collect the bottle system, the previous one? So at least some amount of pollution can be reduced. I mean, these are my suggestions, my views. And what the technical things which you have explained, they're so, even the regulations, everything was really very, very informative. As you rightly said, it is not only the responsibility of the government, 50% the people of uh, the citizens of the country and the state. For example, Gwalior has taken number one in the country as one of the best cities indoor, because it's a small tier two city in the country. It's not the state capital, but they are number one in the country because they are maintaining so well. They have got 4 different bins: solid, plastic, bottles, the glass bottles and things like that, the paper, garbage, everything. They have got separate thing for each and everything. So in the same manner, if we can think of something, the government, the corporation, the people should unite and they should start, educating. The civic sense has to increase, and through public campaign, and like your organization also can get involved in such a campaign, and volunteers are available. Like all of us are now we are senior citizens, and we are ready to join your campaign, and we can do it as a social obligation. I mean, these are my humble suggestions and views.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. All the points you have mentioned is really useful. As you rightly said, it's an individual responsibility to take up all these points. And
Exactly.
if we can support from our end, definitely the government organizations can also do their part, and we'll have a
Yeah.
clean city and cleaner tomorrow. So we
Yeah.
hope for the best for the future generations.
Yeah, I'm suggesting that if you can, I mean, any holiday or whenever you find time, a little bit of a couple of hours, if you can spare, if you can come and join our people like our colonies, where we come and try to educate them. It's not going to end with one session, or we may have to do it repeatedly. We may have to keep on pampering them. Like for example, Al Gore, the former vice president of US, he made a beautiful presentation. I think you must have seen how he was talking about the climate change, how it is going to impact the world and the global impact on the environmental, the risks involved. Even they have mentioned that Mumbai and Chennai are going to be submerged. So the water is getting polluted, and the species are dying. There are more than 10 million species in the ocean. So such things, like one small thing I'm going to add, I was just watching a video in the social media. The video says it was given by railways, Indian Railways, Northern Railways. So the somebody inside the train, after gulping the plastic, I mean the water, the gentleman, the passenger was throwing the bottle outside, and it was just going and falling on the next track. And the pointsmen, I mean, nowadays it is all electronically controlled point system. So the gentleman, the station master, is sitting inside. He was trying to put the electronic switch for switching over the track, but unfortunately it was not moving. Then he got scared. He has already given the signal to the train to pass through the station. Then immediately he puts his team. They were going by the small vehicle, and then they found out in between the track where the point is getting the changing point, the plastic bottle got stuck in between. The gentleman who threw the passenger who threw the bottle went and got stuck in between the tracks, and the point was not moving. It was not getting joined with the other one. So then immediately he removes it, and then he tells the control room that we have removed it. What was the problem? When he was asked, this fellow said, yes, there was a bottle, somebody has thrown it. Then he addresses the video. In the video, he says that these are the things which can even cause fatal accidents in the train accidents. Major accidents could be averted. All are due to carelessness and the attitudes, and the people just throw it out. Now central government is doing the Swachh Bharat, and they have done Varanasi, the Ganga River cleaning. The same way Godavari, the Narmada River in Gujarat. It used to be like Kuam River, so they have made it a beautiful river now. Now Yamuna is getting cleaned. So the same way, if we can do something for Kuvam or Adyar River, I am scared every time during the monsoon, the heavy storm or cyclone, or during the monsoon season. We are worried because KK Nagar, Ashok Nagar, this belt is completely prone to floods. And then the Adyar River is so close, the water, because if you go and see right now, it look like a Kuvam River. Because people just throw the plastics, throw the garbage, everything, dump it there, and then it's not cleaned. Only we wake up when at the time of some crisis or some this kind of flooding or something happens. Then only our people wake up and then talk here and there. So these are the problems.
Thank you,
Sorry,
sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Vidya, for this wonderful session. We all
Thank you,
enjoyed
sir.
it.
Thank you so much.